Let's listen to the nice, calming music. We are live, Joker, with part 8. Sorry, everyone, for the last one. The game kind of froze on me, and I had to restart the PC. Not to worry, we should be fine right here. Now we're about to meet Joker's favorite duo.
Egotistic praise. An excellent shot, even with the prevailing winds. I couldn't have done it better myself. Field assessment. I've picked up on the heat forms of the Jedi and his allies. Activate the mines and prime the self-destruct sequences.
These people really don't like us,
Jedi,
apparently.
it is good to see you intact.
No, they like us. They
We were
just want to deliver us
concerned
to their
that shooting down
master.
your shuttle would damage you irreparably.
See, they
Quick
care.
clarification. But now that we have found you, we hope that we can facilitate communications. Unnecessary addendum. And put an end to hostilities.
Yeah, good luck with that. See? It works now.
Unnecessary clarification. We merely wish to cripple your vessel. Once we tracked your coordinates, we were able to deploy several droids in this location. Probing query. We are, however, curious as to why you chose to come to the remnants of the polar Telos irrigation system. There is nothing here that our instruments can detect. Eager threat. But we are looking forward to extracting your motives for coming here when we place you in torture restraints.
I'm gonna kill you
Self-evident
all.
answer. Wherever you try to run, we will be there, armed and ready. Rhetorical query. So the query you have posed to us is one we put to you. What are you doing here, we wonder?
I'm doing my business and my business alone at the moment.
Chiding
Fine,
statement.
robot.
Oh, Jedi. There are as many of us as are needed to capture or kill our targets. Egotistical boast. And there are far more of us than any one Jedi.
egotistical.
Destroy one of us, and more shall rise from the wreckage. Unnecessary threat. And our attack protocols are more than a match for you and your allies.
Let's do
We'll
this.
see about that.
Destroying one of you was easy. Wiping out 3 of you might cause me to break a sweat. Let's do this. Destroy.
Master.
Time to kick
Well, shit.
you down to size. Everyone down!
Failing, Master.
Let's settle this.
Failing, Master.
Did that satisfy you?
Killing all the droids, yeah.
Why is it still... I don't even have my controller even on. Hang on. Let me save. And load. Does that fix it? Nope. Yeah, we're almost dead.
I can see that.
I hear you.
Good, I need you to heal. Okay. Well, we're not getting out here on that ship. Bo is knocked out. That's great joking.
Nice.
So where do you think we gotta go here?
I really don't know, sir.
Well, it's an easy question right here. So remember her? Well, them? One of them stole our ship?
Oh.
Yeah, we're at the base.
Nice.
So remember
Lay down
her?
your weapons, and you shall not be harmed.
She was the one at our ship?
Oh, yeah.
I will not warn you again. Drop your weapons, or we shall take them from you.
Do as they say.
Make
I sense
me.
we will come to no harm.
No, I am not putting down my weapon.
Fine. We will play along. For now.
Why is it that everywhere we go, I end up in a cell? I mean, why did they lock us up? What is this place?
It is a training ground for Jedi.
What? This ice hole?
Yes, it bears the semblance of an academy. But where are all the students? Curious.
You've got to be joking. What is a Jedi Academy doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
It is a place hidden from the galaxy like the academy on Tatooine. But this place... Oh, Atris, you have been clever.
Atris?
It's none of your concern.
Well, the sooner we're out of here, the better. 2 crazy Jedi are more than enough for me. No one told me we were going to be dumped in a nest of Jedi.
And what is it about this place that causes you such fear?
What do you mean? We're in the middle of a bunch of Jedi. You know how they are.
No, I do not. Not in the way you seem to.
What? What are you doing? Get out of my head!
Stop struggling. Let me follow the current. Deep, deeper to its source.
Stop! Stop! Ah!
Ah, with the fear is mingled guilt. It squirms in you like a worm. And the why? Ah, and there is its heart. You surprise me. I could not feel it before. Your feelings are a powerful shield indeed. Do not worry, Atten. If he is a Jedi, he will forgive. And if he is not, he will not care.
You can't tell him, please. I'm asking you. I don't want him to...
Think less of you. I hardly think that's possible. Still, there is no shame in what you ask. We all wage war with the past, and it leaves its scars. I will not speak of yours, Atten, but there is a price for such things.
What? What price?
There are those who wage war and those who follow them. You are a crude thing, murderer, but you have your uses. You know how important this man we travel with is. Even one such as you can feel it. You will serve him until I release you.
And if I refuse?
You will not. If you do, then my silence will be broken. And then, Atten, you will be broken. You fear the Jedi, and rightly so. If Atris learns of your choices, you will never leave this place. But whatever fear you hold of the Jedi, know that if you disobey me, that my punishment will make you beg for the death that has long hounded you. Wipe the fear from your mind. You will not find blind obedience a difficult master. You chose it once. You will learn to embrace it again.
I don't know how you became such a manipulative witch, but why a vicious old scowl like yourself would even bother with me is a bigger mystery.
No game of the Jarek can be won without pawns, and this may prove to be a very long game. You are a slippery one. Your thoughts difficult for even one such as I to read. I suspect the self-loathing that squirms within you gives you a curious strength. Your spirit, as diseased as it is, refuses to allow you to give up, no matter what threats you face and whatever wreckage you leave behind you. I feel you have crossed our path for a reason. Perhaps even you, at the right moment, may be able to turn aside disaster. If so, your potential is not yet spent.
Fine. I'll be your pawn. But I still think you've got the wrong man.
Perhaps. But someone has to fly the ship, and the Force is a hard thing to predict. You have crossed our path for a reason. Our path brought us here for a reason, and now I know why. The past is here, and it must be met before the future can be set in motion.
More Jedi speak. Care to explain?
No. I've wasted enough time with you. Sleep, murderer, and be silent. I need no distractions. A critical moment approaches.
Okay, that was funny.
So, thoughts on that?
No, like, it was interesting and funny, I will say that. Like, she literally fucking put his ass
Yeah, the
to
whole
sleep.
Atten being a murderer. Or that she used that Atten in quotations.
Yes.
Any
It makes me
theories on
question
who
all
Atten
of it.
really is? And I already know who
I did
he
not
is.
expect to see you again after the day of your sentencing. I thought you had taken the exile's path, wandering the galaxy. Yet you have returned. Why?
I got business to attend to, motherfucker.
Tell me what you've done with my friends. I want my property, my slaves, and my ship returned. It was not my intention to come here, Atris, or see you again. If you think I want to see your face again, you're sadly mistaken. I'm looking for my ship so I can leave Telos. I'm here because a prestigious whatever, stole my ship. Revenge, you cast me out, now I've returned.
I will say, I am looking for my ship. So I can leave this place.
Your ship? Ah, the Ebon Hawk. It is not your ship. Unless you are admitting to the destruction of the Paragus mining facility.
Yes, I did destroy it. I destroyed that facility, yes. But it is
You want me
my
to actually
ship.
admit to it?
Yes!
Alright.
Necessary? The destruction of Paragus was necessary? You have not changed.
Yeah!
Acting instead of thinking, putting yourself before the galaxy, before the Jedi. Do you know what you have done?
Lady, yes.
Yeah, I destroyed 2 worlds with 1 explosion.
Yes.
I know it put Telos in jeopardy, but I had no choice. Yes. Telos is doomed, and I could care less. Progress was nothing compared to what I'll do if you don't give me back my ship. I've done enough of this, and you.
It was
Why
it
don't
was
you tell me?
necessary. It was a necessary evil.
Alright, I guess I'll choose. I know what I put Telos in jeopardy.
Your crime is much more than that. Without the fuel from Paragus, Citadel Station cannot maintain its orbit. It will crash into the planet, and its destruction will echo across 20 other worlds.
Yeah, that sucks for them.
Yeah, sucks for them.
Telos was a test to see if the Republic could mount a restoration effort on the Outer Rim. When it fails, the Republic will not finance another. The other Rim worlds, devastated by the Sith, will remain graveyard worlds, devoid of life. And that is the magnitude of your crime.
Lady.
As bad as the Jedi land the Outer Rim died during the Mandalorian Wars.
Yes,
So you
that
still
one.
hold to your flawed convictions. If you think to anger me, you are wrong. How is it that you are not content to confine your ruin to yourself? You must spread it to others wherever you go. Ruin yourself with your actions if you will, but when your actions bring harm to others, then you must answer for it.
So now I get blamed for the actions of the Sith.
Yeah.
The Sith? What do you mean?
The Sith have returned.
The Sith have returned.
Darth Sidious's return. Oh wait, wrong franchise. Well, wrong galaxy. Wrong timeline. I know, which is it? Because technically this is Legend, so it's even a different timeline.
Yeah. The Sith have returned. That's what I said, young lady.
You speak truly. You have encountered the Sith. I can feel the scars on you. Tell me, where did you encounter them?
I think you're referring to the scars on him. He had a lot of them.
Well.
What would they want there? They can't have been looking for you.
The Sith
lady, I don't know what they were looking for.
Don't mention that film, Revan.
You. If they thought you were Jedi, the teachings of the Sith blind them indeed. I am the last Jedi, not you. You betrayed our teachings, our beliefs, the very core of the Jedi Order. If these Sith attacked you, they will soon realize their mistake. And if you escaped, they most likely let you go to see if you would lead them here.
That is unlikely.
That is very unlikely. That is... See, they were looking for me. Like, trust me. They were looking for me. They were not looking for you.
I said I was the last of the Jedi, Exile, and I did not speak falsely. There are others who were once Jedi, but no longer. They will not take action against this threat.
I still think you're wrong.
At your job at protecting the Republic. Then again, this threat isn't even really against the Republic. Well, not yet. And you will. There's a change. I could track them down, maybe change their minds. If so, then I offer my help. You'll need it. Then there is nothing to be done. Very well. Then give me my ship back and I will depart. You can face this threat alone.
Let's go with 5.
I have your ship. I will return it to you. You must leave here before you place us in jeopardy.
I'll be on my way. No argument here.
If I could have ruined you further, I would have.
Let's go with 2. Yeah. I could have ruined you further. I would have.
You have grown colder and more monstrous outside of Revan's shadow than you ever did in the war. Why did you even return? To challenge the Council's decision on your exile? To defend your betrayal?
No! Neither of those, lady. You gotta really think about this. You gotta really think about this.
The Force brought me here, refreshed my memory. Why did the Council cast me out? The Council exiled me out of fear of Revan, of me, and of what we represented. Maybe you should admit it was the Council's decision that led to the Jedi Civil War.
4.
I like the whole fear one.
You sought adventure. You hungered for battle. You could not wait to follow Revan to war. The Jedi Order asked only for time to examine the Mandalorian threat. They urged caution, patience, and you defied them. So when you returned, you were brought before us. You were a Jedi no longer, and so you were exiled.
I also recall you wished to imprison me, or worse. My punishment could have been worse. For that, I'm grateful. I remember now. You do not need to remind me again. I realize now you and the Council were merciful. I'll go with the first one.
There was much about that day that was difficult to forget. Your words, your defiance, and when you stabbed your lightsaber into the center stone. I have so I would never forget.
That's my lightsaber.
Indeed. A lightsaber is the mark of a Jedi. When you turned your back on the Order, it was not yours anymore. I have always kept it, as a reminder of what can happen when your passions dictate your actions. I have kept it, so I would never forget your arrogance or your insult to the Order.
I give that blade back, or I'll tear it from your dead hands. Number 5.
Now let's go with number 2.
It is not
3.
yours. It is a symbol of something greater which you no longer represent.
That's a
But
red
I am not
lightsaber.
unsympathetic to your feelings. Leaving the Order must have been difficult for you. Yet you gave the Council no other choice. You gave me no other choice.
Give
No other choice
it
but to go to war.
back.
I went to war to protect others, not for battle.
The Council was weak and ruled by fear.
That doesn't sound like the council, but... yeah.
So your choice was to meet the aggression of the Mandalorians with more aggression. That is not the Jedi way.
And
I
Council's
told
way
you.
was to meet aggression with surrender. I'll take my choice any day.
Every choice we make, whether we know it or not, sends echoes through the Force. It can awaken feelings, ignite passions, hate, anger, fear, where none existed before. By meeting aggression, by serving as an opponent against which the Mandalorians could test themselves, you fed their hate, their lust for war, and it sent a terrible echo through you. And because of it, you and those Jedi who met them on the battlefield lost their way, and you turned on us.
I did not lose myself. I found myself. Number 2.
I'll go with Revan and Malik turned on you, not I.
Without you and the other fallen Jedi to support them, to feed their lust for war, Revan and Malik's crusade would have been over before it began.
I doubt that. I really fucking doubt your thought here.
I know you betrayed the Jedi teachings. All that you had been taught you threw at your feet, crushed them beneath your heel. The Jedi teachings require we examine our actions. Acting without reflection is not our way.
But yes, doing nothing and letting innocents die is your way?
Yeah, I'd like number 2. Tell that to the millions who died in the war. Lives
Yeah.
we could have saved if the Jedi acted earlier.
2,
There was no guarantee that marching to war would have saved the Outer Rim. In fact, quite the opposite.
I beg to differ.
I beg to differ. Like, I agree with you. Like,
A physical victory perhaps, but the real victory lay in...
Triumphs, pacifism, surrender.
Do not twist my words. A physical victory is not the only victory, or the only loss.
Our words would have rang hollow if the Mandalorians had crushed the Republic and conquered the galaxy.
You do not know...
If the Mandalorians had won, would the Jedi have fought them? Or simply have meditated on what to do?
How dare
Yeah.
you? The
Hey,
Mandalorian
I'm just
Wars should have been your grave, and Malachor 5 is where you should have died.
hey,
This
but
is
I'm
kind
still
of
alive,
thumbs
sweet
up.
cheeks.
Was it always this personal to you?
You see shadows where there are none, and hate where there is none. You are blind, as always. I
You sound
tire
very
of
hateful to me,
fighting with
Adris.
you. You lust for war, and you always will, and you have succeeded in distracting me from my questions. So answer me. If you cannot seem to admit the Council was correct, then why are you here?
As I said, I'm here to get my shit back.
Your concern is noted. Your friends have not been harmed. They have been detained for their safety. I find it unusual that you are traveling with others again. I had thought you had forsaken the company of others after the war. Or is that why you are here?
No, I never forsaken.
Ah, the Ebon Hawk. It is not your ship.
Oh my god, we were
Lady.
in this.
Lady, you can
The
give
Ebon
me...
Hawk is here, safe. Its records and navicomputer are being dissected to determine what caused the destruction of the Paragus facility.
I caused the
We're having some
destruction.
trouble with the navicomputer, but I think with your cooperation, willing or otherwise, that will cease to be an obstacle. If it is your ship, perhaps I should be questioning you as to what happened, and why you destroyed the facility and murdered all the miners stationed there.
We have already went through this! The Sith!
A facility of over 150 personnel, all dead before you arrived. A childish story to mask your crime. And with the facility destroyed, you think there is no way to confirm your story. But I will pry the truth from you, I promise you that.
We have been telling you the truth this entire time, lady. I don't care what type of vendetta you have against me, or how much you hate
Necessary.
me.
Do you know?
We have not been lying
I've had
to
enough
you.
of this.
It was too much to hope that you may have come here to finally admit the Council was right.
No, but I'm about to fucking kill you.
Take your
And
ship,
prove
then.
you right.
I don't care where you go, just leave this place. Leave Telos.
We shall remove him, mistress. Come with us.
Like, we just want...
Are you all right, mistress?
The exile brought up feelings best left forgotten.
Forgive me, mistress, but I must ask. The exile, I've never seen another affect you so strongly. Did you care for him once?
The Jedi have no such attachments. As always, he will do as he wills. And the galaxy, and the feelings of others, can burn for all he cares. The day we judged him,
It's like they're
I
talking
stood
about
in the
you.
chamber, and he was so right. He was so certain of it, I doubted myself. He chose Revan over the Jedi, over the Council, over... But now I am tired. I must meditate.
We
Of
are
course, mistress.
choosing
I
to
will tell
make
the
a
others you are
difference.
not to be disturbed. And please, do not exhaust yourself. We can attend to matters here.
So, what do you think of Atris?
She seems like a dick.
That's just one of the
Yeah.
antagonists of the game.
Yeah, we might have been a dick back to her, but like we're trying to prove to her, like we didn't do it out of hate or out of like wanting to lust for war.
Well, at least
We
got some
wanted
light
to
side
try
out
and
there.
make
I'll
it
have
different.
To cheat to get us fully light-sided. Handmaid and sister. Handmaid sister.
Why have you approached me? You will find them in the main irrigation channel room, in the northern part of the plateau interior. The particle emitters there that once governed the flow of water to Telos can double as force cages. They were caged for their safety, until we could determine your intent, exile. Atris cautioned us against your tactics, fearing that your allies would create a distraction. Your companions gave us little trouble, however. The male could have presented some challenge if he had resisted, but he chose not to.
Like
We
we're
have
not
some
here
training in
to
dealing with Jedi.
cause.
You would have posed
Trouble.
little threat. Your ship is stored in the hangar. Atris has given you permission to leave this place and not to return.
Well, yeah, like I didn't want to
You
be
may
here to begin
ask.
with.
The mistress? What of her? She leads us. As she rebuilds Telos, she rebuilds the Order, and through them, the galaxy. We serve the Jedi. We do not question them. Yet, Atris has told us that the work here at Telos may pay for similar efforts in many worlds along the rim that were destroyed when the Jedi turned on each other. She has said the Jedi Order needs such a foundation if it is to rebuild. She faults the teaching of many of the Jedi Masters as the spark of the Jedi Civil War. Atris has said that if Revan and Malak had been properly instructed in the ways of the Jedi, they never would have fallen, and nor would you, Exile.
I haven't fallen. I am being very misjudged at the moment.
Dooku, you want me to kill everyone?
Only who I thought annoyed me, and she annoyed me.
What does Atris consider to be proper training?
That is unknown to me. I have never observed Atris to teach Jedi, nor would I wish to. Atris has chosen instead to focus her efforts on galactic recovery. Once the galaxy breathes again, disciples will come.
And she has also chosen the path of
She predicted you would
the
say
most
as much.
righteous.
She seems to know you quite well. Perhaps you are the one who knows nothing. I would welcome a chance to instruct you. I have been anxious to teach you many principles of combat ever since you invaded this place. Oh yes,
Invaded.
we train extensively in various combat styles, and we have not had another target for some time. You may prove a pleasant diversion.
Alright.
Very well. Follow me, and we shall see if you have the endurance to learn the most basic of our teachings.
Let's go, handmaiden.
Before we begin, are you familiar with the Chani traditions?
No.
All duels between
No.
us shall be without armor of any kind. There shall be no restrictions upon our movements or upon yours. Your feet are not to leave the training mat during the battle. If they do, you will lose. Also, this is not a fight to the death. Restrain your instincts when we fight, and we shall do the same.
Yeah, I don't go out of my way to kill
The fight
everyone.
will be with hands and
Just
feet
the
only.
people that I think.
No stimulants, shields, weapons, or other items. Also, do not call upon any Jedi techniques during our contest. If you do, then the battle will be over. In turn, I will not use our higher forms, for this is only an opening battle between us, a test of each other's strength.
Alright, let's do this.
Then let us begin.
Oh my god, stop missing. Okay.
You have fallen.
Well, that didn't go up.
Very well. I shall honor your request. It shall be the same as before. Then let us...
Ah, shit. Well, this is gonna be a quick fight.
You have fallen. Seek one of us out when you wish to fight, and we shall honor your request.
Okay, so this is the one that we get for
You are the exile, the one Atris warned us about. She said you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters, your teachings, and yourself.
No, I wouldn't really say I turned on anyone. I was trying to save lives.
That is not all she says. She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instincts, and she told us why you fell to the dark side.
Dark side?
Atris says that you fell to the dark side in the Mandalorian Wars when you gave in to your lust for battle. Once you tasted war, you could not give it up.
No! That's not fucking correct at all!
So why didn't I keep fighting in the Jedi Civil War?
Atris says when the Dark Lord Revan returned to the Republic, you did not march with him because you had fallen so far you could no longer feel the Force.
That's not true at all! Wow, the lady lies a lot.
I believe that is the extent of her expressed feelings toward you. There are variations at times, but all rise from the same foundation. Yes, it is difficult sometimes for others to truly speak their heart or listen to it. The words often prove difficult, or they do not come at all. Without having seen you and Atris fight, I cannot say. Battle is a pure form of expression. It is heart and discipline, reduced to movement and motion. Perhaps it may prove truer than conversing with words. In battle, the words are swept away, giving way to actions. Mercy, sacrifice, anger, fear. These are pure moments of expression.
I'm sure Atris would love that.
Yes, I'm sure she would.
You may ask.
Let's start from
I honor the
top.
face of my mother. It is not something spoken of in the company of others. I do not wish to discuss it. If there is something else you wish to ask, you may do so.
Answer the fucking what?
There's no need to apologize. You were merely remarking on something that you saw. There is no wrong in that. It is not a sensitive subject, but a subject that requires trust. There is no such trust between you and I, and such trust takes time.
You
You may ask.
See that? That's the failure of the Jedi way in many ways. You can't
I am aware
trust
of this.
willingly.
I do not doubt your combat prowess, as my half-sisters do. There are many who went to war against the Mandalorians, and few returned. You were one of them.
Yes, I did not enjoy the war, I'll say that, but I couldn't let the innocents die.
I will, Exile. In truth, I do wish to challenge you. No, Atris has no bearing on this request. In fact, I think she would disapprove, quite strongly, if I were to ask. The Ichani believe you cannot truly know the heart of another unless you meet them in battle. I would very much like to know your nature. But now is not the time. Perhaps my sisters could challenge you, but not I. And not here.
I think that's all I can ask her.
Before you go, Exile, question for you, if I may ask it. You have touched
Sure.
the Force. What does it feel like?
It is opening, like a river flowing.
We're describing that doo-doo film I showed you.
No!
Please, I wish to know.
Well, you're gonna be waifu in this, because I can't romance Marin, so... Yeah, I guess we'll entertain her.
Yes. Entertain her. Tell her the secrets of the Force.
I see. Thank you, Exile. I appreciate you sharing your knowledge with me.
I don't think your mother will, but
Okay, we got light side shift at least. Okay, so we need to heal. Okay, let's try that again.
Have you returned to fight again? Very well. I shall honor your request. It shall be the same as before.
Yes.
Then let us begin.
But what's with this camera? This is some bullshit, Joker.
they're like, this is baloney.
You have fallen. Seek.
Okay.
Why are we so close? What the fuck?
Hang on. Load. Okay, that's better. Only if there was a back to here. Almost done, handmaiden sister. And this time I'm just gonna do normal attacks because it seems to be the only one that actually works. Yes, I guess level 16 is not strong enough. I wonder what the max level is. Okay. That should be enough.
Have you returned to... It shall... Then...
Yeah, see, it's weird. Why does it actually hit them when it's just normal attacks? I know, this is intense, isn't it, Joker?
Yeah.
Or still isn't.
You have fallen.
I'll be back. let's go find our friends. There they are.
Did you find what you came for? There was something from your past here, something unresolved. I feel we did not come to this place by chance. You were led here. This woman who resides here, she did something to you once, something that hangs upon you still.
The woman here is a Jedi, Atris, one of the council.
I see it now. The act has left its marks. Be warned. Unresolved events from our past can create wounds in the present and the future. And more importantly, they can distract you, weaken you. It could prove fatal against the enemies we face. There is a Jedi here, perhaps, in that you are correct. Yet there are no students, and this woman, this Atris, surrounds herself with those who cannot feel the Force. Curious. Plans are fragile things, and life often dashes expectations to the ground. Perhaps students will come to her in time. For now, she is surrounded by those who cannot feel the Force. No, her servants are not Jedi. Their minds are walls, trained to resist tricks of the mind. This discipline blinds them to the Force as well, even if they were Force-sensitive.
How do you know that?
Invade the mind of another. It is not something done carelessly, or when there is nothing to be gained.
I think you have everything to gain and then everything to lose. That's my opinion.
Very well, let us depart. He's only sleeping. It seems the journey here has fatigued him.
Sure.
I'm sorry, General. I must have lost consciousness in the crash. I'm fine, General. Even power has been restored to my arm. What is this place? Where are we?
We are.
Jedi
I
Academy.
had detected the energy readings before, and the drain to the restoration shields. This room, this place, it looks part of a huge polar irrigation system, possibly planet-wide, like the one on Coruscant. I had been told by the Republic that it was not in use.
Well, you were lied to. Like always with the Jedi.
I am, General. If you wish, I may travel with you, or join you at the ship.
Why not? You can meet me at the ship.
Very well, General. I will await your arrival.
Mistress, you summoned me.
I have a task for you. The exile is dangerous. I'm concerned that he was able to return to Republic space and reach Telos without my knowledge.
Mistress, the Harbinger was lost in transit. It was our failing.
What is done, but now I need you to travel with him.
Mistress,
I realize what I'm asking of you, and I am asking that you keep your purpose a secret, even from your sisters. I need someone to watch the exile closely, and let me know if he contacts the Sith. More importantly, I need you to study him closely. I need to know what he thinks, what he does. Become part of his group. Earn his trust. Get him to confide in you.
I will do as you ask, Mistress. But, Mistress, the exile did not seem to pose a threat to us.
Ah, but he does. Do not be fooled by the exterior. It is his nature you must beware. He fell to the dark side once. He will do so again. I am trusting you with this task, last of my handmaidens. Do not disappoint me. The galaxy, the Jedi, may depend on it.
So, remember when I said we were getting hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the Yeah, she's a special companion you get for playing a male. Alright, what else can we get here?
Why have you approached?
Hey, do all these women look alike? Not like I'm complaining, I mean, it's interesting.
They are Ichani. It is not unusual for their children to share similar features from the same parents.
If you have a reason for approaching me, speak it.
Well, if it isn't the one who stole the Ebon Hawk. Not so smug now, are you, you little thief?
Don't be a fool. Atris stole the ship and the droid.
Says you.
Actually, that was the handmaiden. If you like these little dialogue things. Did you get that, Joker?
No. I don't speak droid.
Yeah, Atros downloaded the droid's entire memory. Okay, a lot of light side points for this, at least. There it is. It's beautiful, isn't it? That means we're about to leave here soon. And we can go off on our adventure. Well, if I recall, we can actually talk to Atris still. How about you? Wanna go talk to her again?
I mean,
Why
if
have
you
you-
want to.
She's meditating, and she does not wish to be disturbed. Your presence here has troubled her, and I hope you do not choose to trouble her further.
Well, I'm gonna go find her anyway.
Ah, a curious thing. What lies behind it? Did she? Perhaps it is a meditation chamber of some sort.
Anything's behind there.
Secret.
Well, yeah, it's a secret. Oh, that's where battle meditation is.
Have you returned to... Very. It shall be this...
Oh my god, what is with this?
You have fallen.
Joker, I hate this.
Have you returned?
Let's see how that works. Oh, you know what I think I need to do here? I think I need to upgrade fist fighting. That's probably helpful here. Okay, we're actually gonna leave.
You have fallen.
Yes, yes, yes.
Seek what?
Okay, I guess we're gonna just deal with this Joker. So, how's the camera for you, Joker?
I don't like it.
Neither do I. Back. That doesn't work.
Hey. You're back with us. We were just on our way to rescue you from those ghost women when, we got locked up. Don't worry about me, I'm fine. How did things go with the Jedi here? Are you all done? Things went that well, huh? You make friends wherever you go, don't you?
Well, the galaxy runs out of people, yes.
Well, that's encouraging. Nothing like a steady stream of people who hate us or want to kill us to keep the heart pumping. No, I was just complaining. I'm with you until things start going better for you. We need to stick together, you know? And who knows? I might be able to help you out of a tight spot at some point. Hey, don't mention it. It's my pleasure.
You remember that little conversation from earlier, huh?
Yep.
Okay, that didn't change anything. Well, Joker, I may have to load it in again. Alright, old games. Nope. Alright, let's go. We got Galaxy to see. How'd you enjoy Twi'leks?
It wasn't bad.
Well, we're not exactly done yet. You still gotta go back and tell that one dude that we killed those two criminals.
The last of the handmaidens is not among us.
She has left with the exile.
Left? But why? Her oath.
I sent her to travel with the exile. She may discover something I cannot.
Mistress, the last of the handmaidens. She is willful, and she has demonstrated her fascination with Jedi. It may not have been why.
I know what I have done, but it was necessary.
So yeah, she's
now that we're off that
sensitive.
Dejaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
She basically swore an oath never to train in the Force. And we are gonna help her break that oath, Joker.
Oh.
Hey, we got a romancer. We gotta romance someone. And it's not gonna be Atten, that's for sure. And we're not romancing Kreia, if that's what you're thinking. Yeah, I will say, at least in SWTOR, you could actually... Yeah, do that. You can actually get the droid's conversation.
What is the machine saying?
If you haven't picked it up, Kreia doesn't like machines.
We seem to have found it.
So this is what happened at our exile.
Do you know why we have called you here?
You have called me here to answer for my crimes on Malachor 5.
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
I realize that following Revan to war was in violation of Jedi Code, and I have broken it, knowing defying the wishes of the Council. If you seek to punish me, then go on with it. The truth is, the Mandalorians had to be stopped or countless more would have died. You were not at Malachor, and you will never understand. The truth is that no Jedi would turn from war. They should embrace it. I'd slaughter every Mandalorian if I could, except Malachor did it for me. Yeah, let's go with... We had to stop them.
You refuse to hear us. You have shut us out. And so have shut yourself to the galaxy.
We feel that your true understanding of what happened at Malachor 5 will only happen in time, and it cannot happen here, near the battlegrounds where you fought.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
Hang on. I'll be back. Stay.
Much defiance in that one.
You are correct, Kavar. When he was here, I felt it. It was as if he was not there. More like an echo.
Revan's influence has grown amongst the youngest of the Order. He speaks to their passions, not their sense. The war has touched them. Many of them have found themselves in the war against the Mandalorians.
It is as I feared, and I fear that we have played into the hands of the enemy.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. He has lost himself. He is no Jedi. He walked Revan's path, but he was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code, and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the exile.
You are wrong.
I guess who
the
that
dark
teacher
side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well.
The old lady?
That emptiness we felt.
Kreia.
He has changed.
Whatever that wound
at least
was,
that's what's implied.
It was of the dark side. We should not have let him depart. He will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with him, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let him go because we must. Where he travels, he carries his destination with him.
Malachor 5 should have been his grave. You saw it in his walk, and in the Force. It was as if he was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one, if what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and he cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told him the truth. A Jedi deserves to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believe was true. There's still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many years, we will call him before us and explain what happened to him, and how he may be healed. Until then, he must accept his journey.
But he may never discover the truth, and he will never know why we cast him out.
And that is the future we must accept.
So, what'd you think of that?
Those Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
They're trying to set us up for something, I believe.
So here is our mission. We gotta find all the Jedi. Yeah, and I think we'll get the quickest one out of the way.
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
I don't think it is a trap, to be honest. If it's a trap, then... yeah, this
All right.
is a...
And if we need them, we need them. Oh look, here she is.
Those are Atris's records you have stolen.
What the hell are you doing on our ship?
I have come to join you. I can help you against this threat.
Well, we don't want your help. Or any of your sisters.
If it comforts you to believe that, then so be it. But the enemies you face are many, and you will need all the help you can get. It is just me, and I am doing this because Atris believes you will need help.
I'll take it.
Indeed. But of course, what does one more matter to our journey? I have had enough of this. I will be in my chambers.
Yeah, me too. I'll be in my chambers. But since I don't have any, I guess I'll just go to the cockpit like I always do. If she's coming with us, she gets the cargo hold. Might remind her how fun it is to get locked up.
General.
The cargo hold is enough. I assure you, there is little I need. I will attend to myself.
So, we could be friendly, or we could just go out and just call her a spy.
We'll be friendly.
It is no matter. I am used to worse conditions, but thank you for your kindness.
Yes, the handmaiden.
General, is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore?
What do you mean? I have two.
They have my lightsaber.
That's not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one, if you wanted to, but you know that.
This is my lightsaber. There are many like it.
Whatever the reason, you should put it behind you. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it, you're not complete. I think I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need. I spent a lot of time around Jedi during the war. None of them would let me take their lightsaber apart, but I did learn about their construction. We need a power cell, emitter matrix, lens and focusing crystal. Though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand them. Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that identify it as your own. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable.
For the last time, no. Because you're programmed to force your opponent to go first, and nothing will convince me the computer doesn't cheat. Even if I didn't have to go first and somehow I didn't suspect you of counting cards, I still wouldn't play with a trash compactor.
Poor droid.
Yeah? How many credits?
All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances.
Now this droid's getting a lot
I'm
of
fixing everything
things
else
going on.
around here, so I may as well take a look at you too. What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior.
Yeah.
I am not pushing you around. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could do to upgrade your functionality. Good. Now let's get started. You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been through a lot. I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back in place.
Man, just use scissors. Alright, that's everything. That's all the companions talking to each other for now. Alright, so should we talk to Kreia first, or shall we engage with the handmaiden?
I guess we'll talk to Kreia first.
Okay, let's see if we got enough influence to actually get our Sith.
How many more do we intend to gather to us? This ship is not the galaxy. There is only so much room. Then prepare for an army, I think, for it seems many more will come in time. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure deserves no such obedience.
Thank you for thinking that I'm a leader.
Do not cloak one word within another. Friends. Do friends not follow? Do friends not form a hierarchy of their own, no matter how small the circle?
I mean, fair.
I am too
consider
old
us
for
friends.
friends, and when the years settle upon you, you will dispense with such words as well. No? Perhaps not. Or perhaps you are different, something more. I am not blind. I see what they see, hear their voices when they speak to you, and notice the change when they speak to others. I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion that goes unheard. They obey you because you are a leader, and perhaps something more. Have you noticed what has been happening? Have you felt it in them? The fool dances in your shadow for your favor. The woman, she worships you. The alien obeys you. Even within the machines, there are echoes. Watch them carefully. See their patterns, and recognize the strength in it. Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey is done. Good, and then act upon it. It is a powerful tool to motivate others. That was Revan's way, I believe. It was a strength. Have you never asked yourself how Revan took the Republic and Jedi beneath him, how he made them his? Ah, but to make officers turn on their own people, to bomb innocent worlds, to make pacts. Strong influence, indeed. And where did these Sith teachings come from? And why did Revan embrace them so strongly? So many questions, yet the answers are few. Oh, did they? No. Revan met no Sith Empire, yet he learned their teachings. Many have mistaken the soldiers beneath Revan, the machines that were constructed to be the Sith. They are wrong. The Sith is a belief, and what Revan formed was not an empire, but something else. Yet how he did it is curious. And I suspect the answer to that question is tied to another. How was Revan able to corrupt so many so quickly? Not a one. But we shall see where our journey takes us, I think, and see how many answers we come across, yes? Ask, and I will answer. There are countless reasons, and I have neither the time nor the patience to list them all.
Lady, you need to give us answers.
I'm curious what she thinks of this. We just drop her off at the next planet.
No, she may have her uses. I will abide her presence, and so should you.
And I thought you would have been angry.
And as much as she would try to use us against you, so may we use her servants against her. Do not see every enemy as an enemy. See them instead as an ally, whether they realize it or not. This situation may yet work to our advantage.
Hey, I plan to romance her, so I'm already one step ahead of you, Kreia.
If that is your opinion, it is noted. Is that all you wish to speak to me about?
No.
Ask, and I will answer.
Well, I'm sure this is a question you've been asking. Kreia, what are you? A Jedi? A Sith?
Does it matter? Of course it does. Such titles allow you to break the galaxy into light and dark, categorize it. Perhaps I am neither, and I hold both as what they are, pieces of a whole. Know that I am your teacher, and that is enough.
Yeah, lady, I need more than that.
What do you wish to hear? That I once believed in the code of the Jedi? That I felt the call of the Sith? That perhaps once I held the galaxy by its throat? That for every good work that I did, I brought equal harm upon the galaxy? That perhaps what the greatest of the Sith Lords knew of evil they learned from me? What would it matter now? There is only so much comfort in knowing such things, and it is not who I am now.
So here it is, Joker. You're gonna have to turn to the stream to see this. This is Kreia's backstory.
There are dark places in the galaxy where few tread, ancient centers of learning, of knowledge, but I did not walk alone. To be united by hatred is a fragile alliance at best. But my will was not law. There were disagreements, ambition, and hunger for power. There are techniques within the Force against which there is no defense.
Like us.
Indignities and fell into darkness. Learn from me my mistakes and use that knowledge to become greater than I. That is all I ask of you, and that is all I desire. In you all my hopes rest for the future, for the Force.
So what'd you think of that? Now you know she was the leader of these Sith.
That's crazy, though. Like that, she was the leader of the Sith.
If it means so much to you, then this I swear to you upon my life, upon our lives, that when your training is complete, I will answer everything. There shall be no more shadows between us, only truth that exists between master and apprentice. Ask, and I will answer. There is nothing wrong with my sight, if that is your question. I see all that I need, though the seeing of things flesh and blood has failed me some time ago. They were distractions only. There is nothing wrong with my eyes. They simply have atrophied from use. They are adequate to distinguish shapes, silhouettes. If need be, I could heal them, restore my sight. But sight can prove a distraction. When one relies on sight to perceive the world, it is like trying to stare at the galaxy through a crack in the door. But that is a lesson for another time. You must learn to see crude matter for what it is, before the veil is lifted. Ask. I know her as much as I know any Jedi. If you have other questions, you may ask those, but on Atris, I can provide you no answers that you cannot find on your own. Ask.
Okay, so you don't got enough on Atris. Let's try this one.
A discussion, perhaps.
Nope.
Ask.
Let's see if we got enough on
I misspoke before, and I do not wish to choose my words unwisely again. Leave this be. Ask.
Okay, do you know this?
Nothing more than we already know.
Nope.
There is danger.
Okay, that's all we can do for Kreia for now. Look at that, we are going up and down. Alright, let's talk to the handmaiden.
Yes? I am training, so that if danger should strike, my body and my reflexes will be prepared. That, and I had forgotten how long hyperspace travel can be. If I do not have something to focus my attention on, I fear my sanity will erode as well.
What do you mean, Pazak? What, again?
No, I do not trust him.
That cards?
That too. That is untrue. You and the Iridonian trust each other. Or at least the Iridonian trusts you. we heard much of the Iridonian when we served Atris. Atris believed that the Iridonian held the knowledge to restoring Telos.
Interesting.
Yes. His skill with machines is something beyond which most can aspire to. His shield technology surpasses the designs of even the most skilled of Ichani power architects. I do not realize if you know what it means to have such a one respect and follow you. The Iridonian allied himself with no one on the entire world of Telos, yet he will follow you at the risk of his life. His stance, in many ways, mirrors yours. Where he walks, he carries a world upon his shoulders, and like you, I do not know if he has ever faced it.
So, what do you think of that on our Iridonian friend?
Very interesting. I'm liking that we're getting more actual backstory with him.
Oh, well, I hope you like those little brief interactions between the characters, because we're gonna get those a lot. Alright, I want to talk about it.
The reasons for such siphoning of power are complicated, and I do not know all the answers. But there is something greater being achieved. The teachings at the Academy must be preserved, even if it draws strength from Telos. Yes. His skill with... I do not...
I already did that.
I see. Forgive my words. They were poorly chosen. It does not sound like it is in the past, but I shall respect your wishes.
What's in the past is in the past.
Well, let's see if Atris has been talking smack to me about... to her.
She said you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters, your teachings, and yourself.
No, not at all. Like, I was trying to save lives.
I think we already did this.
That is not all she says. She says you know nothing of loyalty.
Yes, we already heard this. Okay, forget this. I want...
You may...
Oh, I asked something else.
We attend Atris. It is the duty of all of us, from the first of my sisters to me, the last of the handmaidens. I am the last of the handmaidens. This is correct. I train so that one day that will no longer be true. That is not entirely correct. There are times I am distracted. Perhaps once having known the ways of the Jedi, you may understand what occupies my thoughts. There is much knowledge on Telos, and only one of the Jedi remain. There is so much about their ways of battle, their forms, their stances, that may be lost forever if the last of the Jedi is taken from the galaxy.
Let's go with 3.
To the Ichani, battle is a means of communication. It is an art in the truest sense of the word. Stance, form, discipline are a means of expression and communication. They speak one's heart and one's devotion to their cause. Yes, the methods you use to meet your opponents speak truer than any words can express. When you risk pain or death, there is no truer sacrifice or strength.
So, what do you think of the Ichani so far?
I think they're interesting.
It was to the Jedi traitor Malak. It was to the Jedi traitor Revan. When Taris was destroyed, it showed Malak's heart through its execution and intent. It was brutal, without finesse, but showed his commitment to defeat the Jedi. Yet with Revan, there was the same commitment, but it was a subtle thing, like weaving threads in a tapestry or strokes upon a canvas. He spoke through battle and tactics in a way one could never do in words. He showed his heart at Malachor V, and finally, at the end of the Jedi Civil War. I believe he was speaking to Malak in that final battle, though few knew it. What stronger display than death for conveying one's sense of being betrayed by one's own student? Revan's anger must have been great indeed. I would have wished to have been there for that final exchange, and seen the truth of their conflict with each other.
I have the game if you want to play it.
But to say that seems an untruth, based on what I know of the Jedi. The Force can drive others, but there is still choice, is there not? If there is no choice in the Force, then our teachings and our actions are for nothing, and I refuse to believe that is true. You may ask.
Do you have a name?
Before entering Atris's service, yes, I carried a name, as all the children of the Ichani do.
What do you think it is?
Miranda.
It is not important. My title and rank is of consequence, not my name. I take value in Atris's service, not in myself. We all have value in our oaths to others, and the promises we make. When we make that pledge, we are pledging ourselves to something greater. When importance is placed on the self, then by such acts the galaxy is unmade.
Uh-huh. I can see that the Jedi are teaching you well, apparently.
If reasons of the self is why you turned away, then yes, perhaps there was a judgment there. But it was not intended as an attack. I do not know. That is a question you must ask yourself. You may ask. It is not possible to dock at the Academy without the proper codes. Yes, but I could not give them to you. You may ask.
I mean, you could.
I am training.
I think that's all I can do.
We all have... Nothing except that which you have interpreted.
Okay, I think that's all I can do with her for now. Oh, Joker, your plans of turning me to the dark side are not working so far.
Hey, I don't want to be fully dark side yet.
Do we find any parts for HK by any chance? And that we did. Yeah, I never like talking to T3.
Why? Because he only makes random sounds at you?
Yes, I'm trying to get his little, because he'll show you what happens after KOTOR 1. He has hidden messages of Bastila. What the... Well, Joker, it looks like we're main Darth Malak. Nihilus. There's a ship.
Ah.
Yeah, we're getting a lot from just talking to everyone, aren't we?
Yeah.
You can come back to the stream now, if you're watching on the phone.
I'm already back. Trust me, sir.
I have felt it too, my lord. A disturbance in the Force. It was difficult to make out, my lord. At first it was such a quiet thing. I did not notice it. But now I wonder as if it has always been there. I merely could not hear it before. The sound built so slowly. Yet when you listen for it, you can make out the strains, even over the background life of the universe. Do you feel it is a... You are the darkness in which all life dies, my lord. All life exists to feed your power. And my life. My life is yours. I beg you, please, let me die. Yes, this disturbance echoes through the Force. I can follow it to its source and bring it to you. I will leave at once, my lord.
So, we gotta fight her soon.
Oh, we're actually gonna fight her?
Yeah. Alright, why won't we fight her? She is one of the Lords of the Sith. Kinda.
Something up?
Kinda.
Alright, what did you want to know?
Well, you have nothing I want to learn, so... Alright, I guess that leaves one more, and I think we'll end it here. Or do you want to continue, Joker?
General?
Nah, we'll
need
end
something.
it off here.
Sorry, guess I can't get my head out of the past. I moved around for a couple years. Working as a starship mechanic got me from place to place. I wasn't ready to settle down after the war. Then you understand my restlessness. Though the war had ended, I couldn't find peace in anything. As long as I kept moving, I didn't have to think about what happened. Know what I mean?
Yes. I know what you mean.
Mostly, I was angry. Angry about what I had done, about why I had done it. I decided I'd do something constructive. I wanted to make up for the things I'd done in the war. I wanted to design planetary shields, but there weren't many systems with the credits to spare. There was more that needed to be rebuilt and protected. I found out that Telos was going to be the flagship project for the Republic, and it sounded like something good. I saw Telos before the Sith raised it. It deserved a better fate. But Zerka ruined everything. I thought I could force Zerka out on my own, but I guess I can't fix everything myself. All I wanted to do was send a message, but I couldn't even do that right. That's the past, though. It's good to be working with you again, General. Something else I can help you with? That old thing? I built him when I was a kid. Been following me around for years now, despite what I've done to try and chase him off. Hey, just kidding. I'm happy to have you around. He helps me out with repairs. I outfitted him with a cutting laser and some other tools for delicate modifications. He's also good for singeing the pants of annoying techs. I've been thinking about doing some other work on him, but I barely have time. Too busy fixing up the ship. Something else I can help you with? If the Republic would just rein Zerka in, there'd be no problem. But as long as Zerka is allowed to undermine the Ithorians' efforts, Telos will remain dead. I can't take seeing my work being used by those bloodsuckers. But there's nothing I can do about it, so let's talk about something else. Something else I can help you with? I got tired of it. Kept dropping my hydro spanner. Figured I'd get a new one. I was only kidding. Actually, it was a souvenir from Malachor. I was lucky it was all I lost. But at least it gave me something to do, right? Everyone always said I was probably half machine anyway. Something else I can help you with?
So, what did you think of that little line?
That was interesting.
Do you appreciate his dark humor?
I mean, yes, it's not that bad.
Let me see what you have. No, you're still missing an emitter matrix and lens. Something else I can help you with? Just working on the ship. I'm not sure who got her up and running, but I'm amazed she's even space-worthy. Whoever made these repairs doesn't think like most mechanics. But don't worry, I'll get everything in shape.
Alright, so that is everything, Joker. So, while I set the core, while I show off the planets we can venture off to, what do you think so far? So, we can go to Citadel Station, Pragus. I didn't know that. Alderaan, whatever. Nar Shaddaa, Korriban, or Tatooine. I'd say Korriban because that's the home of the Sith. I'm sure you're very interested in seeing how the good old Sith Empire is doing after all these years.
Yeah.
It's not doing too well. Yes, what do you think? What do you think of the characters?
I'm liking them so far. There's no character I absolutely hate yet, so that's good.
Who's your favorite?
That's a harder one to choose from. As I'll say, not all the characters have been bad, and they've actually been pretty well done.
I'd say the worst is probably T3, because I can't really speak to him that well. Well, mostly I don't know what he's saying. And I just don't really like talking to him.
Yeah, understandable.
In some ways, getting involved with other characters, I just don't really care to talk to them.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Alright, I guess we'll go by them one at a time from who we got. So let's start off with Kreia. What do you think of her?
I'll give her a solid, a solid 7. She's not bad.
I mean, what do you think of her? What do you think of her character?
I mean, I like her character, and like the fact that she's more darker than I would have ever given her is impressive. Yeah, I would have just thought, she was just a kind, sweet, old little lady.
Well, I think that moment with Atton in the cell proves otherwise.
Yeah.
And the whole, her betrayal.
Yes.
Alright, how about Atton?
I mean, I'm excited to see what else we get for him and his background, but
I can tell you right now what his secret is, but I'll leave that a surprise for you, because I think that'll be more fun.
Oh, thank you. As I said, I like some surprises still.
Yes, we got a lot of work to do on that. Especially when Kreia teaches us how to read people's minds. Anyway, who is next? What the hell was his name again? Bo? Yeah, Bo.
Oh, leave?
Bo, or whatever. The Idork. Or your mechanic.
Uh-huh.
What do you think of him?
I guess he's fine?
No real strong opinions about him yet? Other than he was in the war.
Yeah, like,
I mean, technically they did make a KOTOR 3. It's just called Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Anyway, with things going currently, I'm not too sure I would want a KOTOR 3 from, say, Ubisoft. You saw how they handled the Star Wars, and I'd rather them not tackle a KOTOR 3. Anyway.
Understandable.
And there was actually supposed to be a KOTOR 3, but it got scrapped for Star Wars The Old Republic.
Gotcha.
And who knows, maybe when that game gets discontinued, because it looks more and more likely that that's going to happen in a few more years, maybe they'll just take all the single-player stuff in that game and recycle it out as a bunch of KOTOR games. And that's something I would rather see than the game just getting shut down and not playable ever again. Hey, is it gonna happen? I don't know, I guess that depends on EA. Alright, the Handmaiden. What do you think of her?
The leader or this one?
The leader's name is Atris.
Okay.
The Handmaiden is our companion.
I need more.
And she's fun. I think it's kind of funny because we can technically make... Actually, no, I'll save that for later. I'd leave that as a surprise for you for what we could do with all of our companions if we want to. But yeah, you mentioned it. Let's go over to our antagonist. So I guess we'll start off with the man on the screen right now, Darth Nihilus.
He's very interesting, very creepy.
Well, I hope you like his speech, because that's all you're getting from him. And a few little backstory trinkets from Kreia. Alright, how about Scion?
Need more information. Need more time with him, to be honest. I can't even lie about that.
Fair enough. Alright, and Atris.
I like her character as a concept.
I'm curious if you can tell that she's not exactly a full Jedi anymore either.
Yeah, like I can get the fucking hint because like, yeah, she
Especially
might
her
be
anger.
judging. Like, yeah, she's judging us, but like she is.
That's not the judging thing that gave it away to me. It's more so her anger at us.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, I get her anger. And yeah, like, we might have been a little bit, more foolish in many ways, but like you gotta see where we're coming from. We weren't just wanting to, sit around and just let countless thousands of innocents die. We wanted to fight for something.
Going back to the Ginger's comment on which they made KOTOR 3, I'll be honest, for KOTOR 3, I would much rather see one based around the Mandalorian Wars rather than them continuing from this game. And we already know what happens after this game. Especially if you read the Revan novel.
Yeah.
And hey, I would like to see what they would do with an actual Mandalorian as the main villain. And I guess they kind of did that with the comics. And apparently someone made a mod and made the entire comic into a modded story for KOTOR 1. Yeah, there's my little suggestion for the non-developers listening. Anyway, we'll see you next time. For more KOTOR, we're going to Korriban next.